Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, and today we're going to be checking out the Stream Deck XL. This thing just got a whole lot bigger. 32 keys. The guys over at Elgato very kindly sent me the brand new Stream Deck XL. They're of course a sponsor on this channel. I've been using their products for a very long time now. Capture cards, Stream Deck, key lights, all that good stuff. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Stream Deck XL because it's pretty cool. It's a lot bigger, and for those of you that use your Stream Deck frequently for your streams, then if you're short on buttons and you've used all your folders as many times as you can, then you might just want to check this out. Now, of course, starting off on the outside of the box, we have all the typical Elgato branding, we have the new Stream Deck XL logo, and we then have a really nice shot of the Stream Deck XL with all those keys filled up, showing you just how much real estate you have to play with. Because yo, if you like keys, if you like all these functions and everything you can do with the Stream Deck, this will give you a lot of stuff to mess around with. But if we then take a moment to open up the box and see what's inside, the very first thing we're greeted with is of course a little instruction manual. I know exactly what I'm doing. You plug it in, you install the software, you're good to go. It's really easy to set up, so I don't really need this. Putting that to one side, we then have the Stream Deck itself. Now this is really awesome. When you take it out, it might surprise you to begin with, because if you have the regular Stream Deck, you'll know it comes in two parts. There is the back or the base plate, and of course the Stream Deck itself. Now for the Stream Deck XL, it is still a separate unit. There are still two different parts, but when you take it out of the box for the first time, they are joined together. Because one of the improvements you'll notice straight away for the Stream Deck, outside of obviously the keys themselves, is that the new base plate is actually this magnetic thing. It's much more sturdy, so it's less likely to, fall over depending on your configuration. And that's of course a welcome addition, given that the Stream Deck XL is bigger, more weighty, so you want to make sure you have a sturdy base. And of course on top of that, there is also a USB-C to USB-A cable, and this is really awesome as well because the previous Stream Decks, both the mini and the regular one, they have permanently attached cables. So of course, if you want to feed it through your setup, you need to go and feed it through one way, plug it into your PC, but you then can't unplug that from the actual deck itself. Whereas this one has a detachable cable. So if you are trying to configure your setup, you want to find the best place to place this, you can then organize your cables and then just plug it in at the very end. However, of course, outside of that, the main selling point for this is the fact that it has 32 fully customizable LCD screens with slightly higher resolution as well, so you can get some really nice graphics on there. Of course, you can go through and you can customize it in whatever way you please. I typically always adorn my Stream Deck with a ton of Zelda icons. Although given there are 32, I had to start getting inventive and started, sharing the love between Zelda and Monster Hunter. But you've got 32 fully customizable keys, and for those of you that perhaps haven't used a Stream Deck before, then one of the most important things to note is that these keys can be used for practically anything. If you're streaming, you can swap scenes with them, you can trigger certain commands, you can drop things in chat, you can drop messages in chat, you can trigger other actions, you can send out tweets to say you're going live, you can take snapshots, you can then put markers in to say that something cool is happening in the stream. There's loads of different things. If you take a look at the actual Stream Deck software, you'll see all the different things you can do. This links nicely in with things like OBS, XSplit, other streaming platforms. But of course, outside of that, you can just use these for generic PC actions as well. So there's a lot of things you can do. It's basically a keypad that you can customize in a plethora of different ways. And of course, if you do happen to run out of space, if 32 keys is not enough, you still have folders. You can put things inside folders to then expand into more keys. So you get the idea. This is your one-stop shop for shortcuts, cool actions in stream. And of course, you have all the visual feedback, so when you do press buttons, they can then fade in, fade out, so you know which ones you pressed. You can of course put text on them. I typically don't put text on my commands for the most part, just because I really like having that clean look. It does mean you need to remember what your keys are, but for those of you that perhaps aren't quite as picky as me, then yes, you can write text on your buttons so you know exactly what you're going to press, so you don't accidentally put out a go live tweet or something like that when you don't intend to. Now, turning our attention back to the stand for a moment, I mentioned that this is a new improved stand. This one's actually a magnetic stand, so you'll see that when you pull it apart, there are these sections that kind of link together. When you hold it quite close, they then magnetize and pull back together. It's actually really sturdy. I was able to kind of hold it upside down and it doesn't fall out, so you don't have to worry about that. But the nice thing is that it is a chunkier base. If you then want to, you can then feed the cable through the back and you can then plug it into the Stream Deck itself. And of course, if you didn't necessarily want to have it on a stand, you could just have the Stream Deck as a flat unit on your desk and then have it kind of top down and use it that way. There's plenty of options. However, on top of that, for those of you that want to take your keys to the next level, then you can also use GIFs. Now, GIFs were something you could use in the previous Stream Deck, but they were only supported up to around 10 FPS. But you can use high quality GIFs now up to 30 FPS, so you can actually get even better GIFs on your keys. So if you really want to go all out and then do something special, then you're probably going to do the complete polar opposite to what I've done here. So there you have it. That is a rundown on the Stream Deck XL. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Is this the sort of thing that would appeal to you? Are you one of those people that has run out of keys on your current Stream Deck? Either way, let me know. And of course, keep it locked for plenty more gaming videos. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.